So there's plenty of wrestlers getting a lot of love in 2023, and so they should. Totally smashing it, you put the work in, you deserve the accolades. What happens though is other wrestlers get lost in the shuffle even though they're smashing it too, so damn it, let's sort it out right now. For I Am Simon for What Culture, please do subscribe, and this is 10 wrestlers having an amazing 2023 that no one is talking about. Number 10, Bronzebreaker. So here is the deal with Bronzebreaker, he's great. Yep, his babyface run in NXT showed he's miles ahead of where he should be, and now that we've turned him heel, forget about it. This guy rules. WWE feels the same, and this is the exact reason he didn't get called up during the most recent draft. They saw how well his bad guy character was doing and made the right decision to let this cook a little bit more in developmental, because it can only help. This is why we should be singing his praises though. Breaker is still a rookie by all intents and purposes, and yet he's dealing with every challenge like he's some kind of super pro. It all means when he does make his debut on the main roster, he'll be good to go, and even before that, Bron has done so well, and long may it continue. I love to see it. Number 9, Drew McIntyre. Controversy has been the word around Drew McIntyre lately. The rumor is he's not happy with WWE, and maybe is happy to walk when his contract expires in 2024. Can you imagine? Drew has every right to feel like he deserves more too, because that man has been on fire. Not literally, that would be dangerous. Not only does he seemingly continue to work through illnesses and injuries, but he's having great matches all over the place. Everything he did with Sheamus was top draw, and the WrestleMania match with these two and Gunther for the Intercontinental title was worthy of its 5 stars from the Wrestling Observer. If we go back to 2022, he also had a barn burner with Roman Reigns at Clash of the Castle, so much so that had he been the man to dethrone the head of the table, we would have all been happy. That takes work. Essentially, every story he's tried to tell has been done effortlessly, and right now, he's probably the workhorse of the company. He shows up, and he gets it done. Number 8, Julia. More people are watching Stardom today than ever before. This is good. Be it WWE, AEW, New Japan, or Impact, eyeballs on wrestling helps everybody. It also allows certain people to shine on a bigger stage too, which is definitely true for Julia. She is just insanely good. Summoning underdog powers not too dissimilar to a Bryan Danielson or a Sami Zayn, Jules is able to garner real sympathy from fans before flying as if wrestling isn't really that hard. It all built to her dethroning Suri for the World of Stardom title at the end of 2022. And when 2023 kicked off, she didn't slow down. Stepping into the role of champion like it was nothing, she hammered Suzuki and Yukihi in incredible epics before doing that once more against Tam Nakano. That did end with Julia losing her belt, but not her momentum. It was another top performance. At only 29 years old, her best years are ahead of her too. Don't be surprised if she ends up in an AEW or a WWE. She has got to be on the radar. Number 7, Finn Balor. Why WWE took so long to turn Finn Balor heel, I'll never know. It's not like this was a shock. His bad guy work in New Japan is legendary, and look, when we did do this, Balor was like a man renewed. I mean, he's also a 20-year veteran at this stage that has the experience to deal with anything. His run alongside the Judgment Day has been joyous. The Demon has essentially embraced his role as your drunk friend down the pub who wants to cause chaos. Balor just doesn't have bad matches. Fights against Edge and Seth Rollins have rocked, and while that WrestleMania Hell in a Cell had to be stopped briefly because Finn got a massive wound in his skull, the dude got it glued and kept going. That without doubt adds to his amazing year. He is such an asset to have, and I really do hope we can dial up his villainous ways even more. There's definitely more to give, because trust me, we have seen it before. Number 6, Trey Miguel. Impact Wrestling deserves your eyes. After all this time, it feels like they totally understand who they are as a promotion, and it's just a wonderful watch. Trey Miguel is part of this crew, and man, that dude just keeps getting better and better. One of the best X Division champions for a while as well, Miguel has embraced this reign and almost pitched himself as the gatekeeper for the company. Got to go through him to make your name, and turning him heel shortly after he won this belt was smart. He's added even more to his game and proven that he's multifaceted. And Trey is another guy you have to figure has made the right noises to garner interest all over the place. He will be fine no matter what too. The dude gets it, and the future is bright. Number 5, Braun Strowman and Ricochet. So not in my wildest dreams did I think we would ever be here. In fact, if you had told me WWE's plan was to team Braun, Strowman, and Ricochet together, I likely would have panicked. They don't have a great track record when it comes to random partnerships. I was wrong. For somehow these two have just clicked. The big man, little man dynamic gives them something different and is translated into great matches all over the shop. That WrestleMania 8-man was a joy, and battles against Imperium were the same. It's also quite the turnaround, because after Strowman returned to the WWE last year, it was clear that we didn't have a massive plan for him. It was the right decision to bring him back, but he needed a new path. As soon as the powers that be realized there was something here, they stuck to it, and I appreciate that. No more of this can they coexist nonsense either. We're just letting them have fun. Thank you, Cyndi Lauper. Number 4, Kaito Kiyomiya. This is summed up by the fact a friend of mine, who is the definition of a lapsed Attitude Era wrestling fan, messaged me asking what the deal was with this Kaito Kiyomiya. I mean, he didn't even really know what New Japan was a year ago, and now by accident he's chatting about Noah. It obviously was sparked by the tremendous angle when these two promotions put on a joint show, where seemingly Kaito lost his rag halfway through and kicked IWGP Heavyweight Champion Okada so hard in the face, the world stood still. It got better as Okada then acted like this wasn't cool and smashed up Kiyomiya, and then refused to fight him properly down the line. Obviously that was part of the build, and we did get to that match where the Rainmaker won, but this was very much aimed at making Kaito a star, and in that sense, mission accomplished. It wouldn't have clicked if he didn't hold his own, but my word, he really did. So that's that. He's now good to go. Number 3, Athena. Man, have I enjoyed this. For we have been doing the ups and downs to the new Ring of Honor show ever since it returned, and an MVP of the promotion has been Athena. Not only is she the women's champion, but this new aggressive attitude has served her no end as she batters people and comes across as legit. If being moved to Dynamite is considered a step up these days, she has earned that and then some. She also deserves huge credit because she has had a lot of these proving ground matches against individuals who are learning as they go, and she totally smashed that as well. Therefore, Athena is great. It's also meant this title has real meaning at the moment, and once more, that's more plaudits for what she's done. An under-the-radar run for sure. Athena should be on everybody's watch list in 2023. Just doesn't drop the ball ever, and I tell ya, sometimes makes you go, has she forgotten what wrestling is? Proper good stuff. Number 2, Aussie Open. I mean, Aussie Open have had such a good year. Carl Fletcher is currently getting a singles push, and we're all cool with it. Of course this would happen. Along with Mark Davis as a pairing, they're awesome. Comes down to the fact you can go to AEW, New Japan, Rev Pro, Progress, or whatever promotion they've arrived in, and yep, they usually have the match of the night or something close to it. Their barn burner with FTR was exactly that, and something all fans need to see, which is why right now they are the IWGP Tag Team Champions. There's no one better, I would say. Some teams are on their level for sure, but we are talking about the best of the best. Aussie Open can literally go with anyone. It's why they'll likely be integrated into AEW and more because they will get snapped up by someone this side of the pond as and when they feel the need to do so. They're also bigger than you think physically too. That's neither here nor there, but let's not pretend it doesn't help. It does. Number 1, Steve Macklin. So let us give some love to Impact Wrestling. Josh Alexander has to be shouted out, although I think most people now get that he's a top-tier talent. But there's somebody else too that needs the spotlight. It's current world champion Steve Macklin. I mean, forget about the fact he had to take up the mantle double quick time as Alexander got injured, and all the best to him. But as he has been doing ever since he debuted, Steve just gets better and better. He had a great main event with Kushida to win this title, and dude doesn't miss. He's such a reliable member of any roster now, although it doesn't feel like he gets shouted out about enough. Even more so because he did all of this after being let go by WWE. That can't be easy. You have to reset and come out flying. That's exactly what Macklin did. And long may it continue. Know of any other wrestlers that are having amazing 2023 that we need to talk about more? Make sure you let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Then head over to whatculture.com where you can read more articles like this with your eyes. Follow us on social media at WhatCultureWWE and Simon Miller 316. And if you would like to watch another video, there's one on the screen right now. My name is Simon for What Culture. Thank you very much for joining me as always. You make sure you have a lovely little day, a great week, a great month, a great year, a great life. And I'll talk to you again very soon.